This is Bargist.
Whoop, 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 whoop. No, I shouldn't begin with this energy.
Waiting with that.
That whoop, whoop, I can't sound like dog. Hello, guys. Welcome to Bargist with your radio besties.
Hey, guys.
Jasmine.
You know, and are you Oga Chooks today?
No, don't call me Oga Chooks today. Call me Holy Boy Chooks.
So you chose the go take this Maya today now.
This is Holy Week now.
It's in a Holy Week.
Yes, now.
Batman, please bring me this thing, Tiger Beer. Which one do you want to?
And
compassion.
No put it
When we drink
up
finish,
on
you
me.
can pray for mercy. You know, after you have sinned, you now pray for mercy.
Well, guys, welcome to Bargist, brought to you by Upfront and Personal.
Hey, guys.
Now, I'm not taking anything today. I have live beer.
To give you life.
To give me life.
You know.
It's after I break.
Okay.
After
You
I
can
break.
make it, okay.
No, I can make break, but
Okay.
no, I will do it on Easter Monday.
Oh,
After Christ is
you
risen.
break on Easter
After
Monday.
he arose.
Are you breaking on
Arised.
Easter Monday or you're drinking?
Arisen.
Arisen.
Horizon. Guys, we'll be back.
Shout out to the ones where they run things. Behind the scene, they know they see you. You they walk, you they try, you they make sure say everything go they okay. Try we they hear you.
This is Bargist.
Welcome back to Bargist, guys. We begin with a very disheartening and heartbreaking story.
Yeah.
The story of Sister Osinachi Nwachukwu, the famous
Gospel artist,
yes,
yeah.
gospel crooner, the woman who rendered the song Ekueme, Ekueme. I mean, many people, I'm sure, whether Igbo or any other part of Nigeria, if you're a Christian, I'm sure you must have heard a choir do this song, or maybe listen
or maybe
if you travel across the country, all these cross-country transport companies. But, you know, people woke up to the sad news that she had passed. And as the days went by, you know, there were reports that she was a victim of domestic violence. In fact, it was reported that the husband was the person who, maybe through physical assault, sent her into a state of comatose. And that was from where she passed, that she was on life support for like 5 days.
No, 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
I think they even said 2 months or something.
My goodness. Unfortunately, she passed. Famous gospel singer, Frank Edwards, also shared his own story. And he explained that, you know, he did not know her personally from the get-go. But from his encounter with her and what he observed, it is most likely that the man, you know, had some sort of hold on her and was an abuser. And it's really unfortunate that she has passed on now. And he vowed that, you know, even though in the past he had to deal with people and say, okay, for the sake of peace, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Let us go. That this one, he's going to see to a logical conclusion and ensure that justice is served. It's really very, very sad. 42 years old. I'm sure she's touched so many lives and blessed so many people. She did not deserve to exit the world.
I mean, they just recently arrested him, and from what we heard, his first son also said that there were times when the man would beat her and even put her on the floor and tell the kids to beat her as well.
Can you imagine?
And then they apparently, I think, said that someone gave her, like, people gave her 2 cars. She had 2 cars.
Yes.
And sometimes he would make her use a bike, and then they would use the car. And there was a time where they went for, like, I think, Wednesday service in the evening. They're coming back home, and then he left her on the road to walk home. He told her to leave the car. And then I think after that, some bad guys took her bag and, you know, hurt her and stuff like that. And he still beat her when she got home.
It's
and he even taught his kids that hitting a woman is good. Like, that's just really sad.
But then again, you know, you mentioned that, you know, perhaps one of the reasons why she stayed put in the relationship was, what will people say? Or I am supposed to be a role model.
But this is the point where nobody should give a flying flip about that again.
Exactly, but look at the situation.
Before
we talk, no, not even being a gospel artist, whether gospel artist or you're living your life on your own terms. I think that society also, religion practices also, and people who we look up to, you know, inspire us a lot. Like, for example, a certain Pastor Newman pastor, person who just the answer pastor from out, while sharing his thoughts on the subject.
Yeah, said it was quoted
certain scriptures of the Bible.
Back up his
I said it was
display of idiocy. I'm sorry, that's
of
it.
grief. Yeah, it's idiocy. It's madness. But listen to me. If somebody can look for certain sections in the Bible or the scriptures to back up a certain claim.
What if he's also an abuser? What if? And he's trying to defend himself.
So let's. What I'm trying to say is, if it is easy for somebody to quote certain parts of the scriptures to back up a particular claim, then it's essentially about understanding and maybe people's misrepresentation of what it's codified in the Holy Book.
Yes.
Because this guy quoted, I think Peter quoted James, cup of grief, and I'm like, wait,
actually.
Then the popo person, and you can't talk, say the person dead there. No, Pastor Newman, you are not a Newman. You are an expired man. Change your name from Newman to expired man. You should be ashamed of yourself. And this is why we must, emphasize on the importance of unlearning a lot that we have learned.
Yes.
Imagine this young boy, the first son, who said, the father, somebody who should be your role model, who you look up to, told them that it is okay to beat up a woman. Sometimes the man would hold her down and tell the children to stomp her, beat her up. So, I mean, it goes a long way to show that many damaged people.
Growing.
Exactly.
What if the woman didn't die and the kids now end up growing up
and work with the excuse that my mother went through this.
Why can't she go through it?
Oh, no, it's crazy. It's crazy. I think that, thankfully, he has been arrested. I hope that,
he's going to be punished.
The law will take its course and he's going to spend the rest of his life behind bars. Yes.
Life.
Because that man no fit to train those children.
In his life.
He no fit to train those children.
Shout out to the ones where they run things. Behind the scene, they know they see you. You they walk, you they try, you they make sure say everything go they okay. Toilet we they you.
This is Bargist.
May the soul of the late sister Osinachi Nwachukwu and the souls of all the faithful departed through the mercy of God rest in peace.
Yes, and all of you that are still, in any form of toxic relationship, if you're being domestically violated, and the funny thing is, people feel like it's until they slap you. That's
emotional abuse is also a problem.
Emotional abuse is horrible because now the truth is it starts with them emotionally abusing you and
making you feel that you're not good enough,
making you question yourself and making you dependent on them and making you feel like your life has to revolve around them, and then when they're not there, you're going to be empty and everything. So please, if you sense that this person is just trash, this person is toxic, my dear, the way the door take open,
run,
use that same door, come on. In fact, if the door don't lock, break the door, run, come on. That's the truth, because my dear, it's better to leave for you to leave.
Very true.
You have to actually leave that place for you to be alive. That's the honest truth.
And
my
people
dear,
who make excuses for abuse of any kind, whether domestic, psychological, emotional,
it's not love. It's not love. That's not a show of love.
The way
please,
is the way he
that's
loves me.
not a show of love.
It's because I get him angry.
And those that
don't
also
deal with Stockholm syndrome. Leave.
Yes, and those that also hide under the whole I'm dealing with some stuff. I'm going through. That's why I'm transferring it to other people. Please, they're trashy people. Don't let them blame you for being trashy. I beg, for their own trashiness rather.
Yeah.
Like how people say, ife demma, onyeze, ike dị n'afage. Abụ m onyeze, nke nwa bụ odozi akụ, ada dị ọra mma, ijele, ezege, nwanne, turu golota. Life Continental Lager Beer for progress.
This is Bargist.
Welcome back to Bargist, guys. Still Jasmine and Holy Boy Chooks.
So me, I'm not holy girl Jazzy.
The way you even said it.
Holy girl Jazzy. I mean Bros J and Lady J.
No.
Bros J and Lady J. I'm holy.
No.
You see what I'm doing there?
Well, something that would give us headache.
Now you go give headache, I beg.
Well, that's because negotiators are used to it. Traffic. I'm sure people who ply the Lekki Ekpe Expressway understand what I'm talking about. And for some people, the anxiety is when the toll plaza becomes operational. I mean, this small traffic
from 15th of April.
Exactly. Now testing and they test una. Say make them say okay, una pass. When you people start paying, they say the small traffic what they see now can't get senior brother. It can cause serious problems. But then again, whether you like it or not, because of the population and the intense vehicular activity, you're most likely going to have such situations.
Even on the mainland, I don't think it's just the toll gate that causes the traffic.
No, it's not even first.
Lagos is known for traffic everywhere.
Well, and that is because to a considerable degree, aside from the number of cars that you have on the roads, you have poor road networks.
Yes.
You also have bad roads.
Yes.
Now, this particular one is supposed to be an expressway. And the expressway is supposed to be, the traffic is supposed to be free flowing.
Yeah.
But
easy
then
access.
So now because of that, this thing where they small collect, now they make this one, they particularly happen. But if you look at the population of Lagos, intense vehicular activities on our roads, poor road networks, bad roads, let's also talk about other means of transport. Not be Lagos where they say 70% na water. Eko aro means legbe. They say 70% na water. Yet somebody go from Ikorodu, enter road, they come island. Why? Somebody go from Ekpe, enter road, they come island. Why? Somebody go from Badagry, enter road, they come island. Why? If we can explore the potential in coastal transport, people no go dey stress themselves at all. If I won't even go Aja, if I won't go other places, you just imagine say weekend, you just talk say, oh baby, looks so nice, wear something short, let's go to maybe one beach house. 20-25 minutes. To go Ikorodu from VI here now like 20-25 minutes.
Because they use this thing.
Now boats now.
But
the problem
until when it can offend somebody now.
When you offend Yemoja.
I dey fear water.
No,
I know they enter boat too.
Your
that one I go make I just die for 5-hour traffic. No, I know they enter water.
Your fears they valid. And that's because
from there any that water.
That's because when people talk about emergency response to situations of accidents is always very slow.
Yes, so
sometimes we don't even plan at all. But the truth be say, if we improve it go make sense. A friend of mine traveled to Zanzibar and said, for that particular place, the major means of transport now on top of water, and he says there's an incentive.
And I won't go there.
No, you go enjoy it. First and foremost, the vessel when go carry you go there more comfortable. It go be like say you enter plane. Because yes, you go sit down. Then they get you executive. You go sit down. You go stretch leg. And the guy talks say the Wi-Fi when they inside the boat that the strongest anywhere for that country. So people they won't enter them because in 40-45 minutes when you go spend on top, for example, they go maybe one particular island, you go down, if you now download, you won't download, you go down download everything. If now upload, you won't upload, you go down upload everything.
Go now. Friends that vacate together, stay together. You can carry this bar, go and do it inside on the water. You can do bar on the water.
Barman off the lights.
No, now let's
friends that vacate together.
They stay together.
Who is the friend that will not be spending the money?
You now.
Who is the friend that will not be enjoying the money? Thief. Guys, do well to stay safe. Do not get into trouble. Good night. Whoop whoop.
Upfront and personal, world-class business, world-class consultants.